Testing, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
You're amazing. You know, the way you talk. Just like that. I'm not even like that with anybody. I'm not even like that. You're amazing. You know, the way you talk. Just like that. I'm not even like that with anybody.
Hey, turn. Computer. Turn down that music. Thank you. Turn on video for diary. Turn on video for diary. There you go. My God, finally. There it is. Sometimes I don't know how the ship works sometimes. I've been a damn captain for a long time. Diary log should be a reboot since the last diary logs were destroyed in the incident with Lord Darkness. So now I've got to kind of restart different diary logs. So I guess I'm gonna switch it up and do different diary logs from now on, pretty much. Because of course, Lord Darkness wants to, whatever. I'm not here for Lord Darkness. That's not my thing. Why I'm here for diary log. It's always recommended by the Alliance to do a diary log, so that's why I'm going to do one. Let me check. There we go. My name. Well, I know. I'll do it. My name is Captain John Ego of the Alliance Federation. I've currently got my backdrop to my Alliance Federation ship, the Alliance Explorer 111. It's the 111th Explorer. Over the past few weeks, I've been in a rough campaign during the war against Lord Darkness, and unfortunately, a casualty of that thing, of the incident in the war, was this, that my diary logs were erased. So now I'm going to record new diary logs for the Alliance. as it is mandated by the Alliance. So I'm going to talk first about what was my last mission. Now, for those at the Alliance headquarters, Lord Darkness is currently on the run from system to system, and I really haven't encountered him since he destroyed, since he fired that blast, and boom, bam, goes the diary logs. So after him, I went on a separate campaign to the vegetable system. That is right. You heard it right. It's kind of a untouched system that's been untouched for a number of years. And I decided it was time to go on a mission there because I realized the Alliance, we're explorers and we're saviors and scientists, but unfortunately we have been denying the vegetable system. Some Alliance officials see it as a, excuse me, I have to drink my water. Ever since the Earth's oceans dried up, so no, that's all we have. So I was redirected to the system because, as I know myself, like what I know is that I will take the risk as an Alliance captain, even if that means getting in trouble with the Alliance. And it certainly has gotten me in trouble in the past. You see, certain times, and I will go on record and state this in a diary, certain times the Alliance will not give a damn about certain planets and certain sectors, specifically maybe the Outer Rim or where the Republic and the Alliance do not meet. So oftentimes it's been on me to go and take those missions, even if they are considered dangerous and could start a war. I'm the guy who does it. I'm the captain who does that because, to be honest, when I was younger, well, that's where I was originally born. I was born in the Outer Rim sector that nobody cared about, nobody really gave a damn about, or the Alliance didn't have reach. There were few Alliance people back then who cared, and there are still a good amount even more who care now. But even then, it's a lot more dangerous territory than staying within the jurisdiction. There's always going to be conflict no matter what. But I take that risk no matter what. And I do follow my protocols, and I really haven't been in trouble, but sometimes at the Alliance, they give me a nasty look like, yo, you're going out there. You, legendary Captain John Ego, you're putting your life on the line when you should be protecting the core planets and the core systems. And I say, what a load of nerf shit. And excuse my language in the diary, but I believe Alliance needs to protect everywhere. And does that get me in trouble? I don't care. So what the mission was to go to the vegetable sector because there have been civil unrest on the planet. There have been a war going on the vegetable planet between the two main groups, the fruits and the vegetables. Now, for those listening, it might be like, what do you mean, fruits and the vegetables? These are, the galaxy is a big place, the universe is a big place, and then these creatures, they're not creatures, they're species who I have encountered in the past. And they're very nice species, they're intelligent. They've got hyperdrives, they've got space shuttle systems, they've got all this stuff, the cheeseburger species as well. But they've been at war with each other, and oftentimes people look down on these two species as being, hey, they're food-related species. I eat a cheeseburger when I'm at home. I eat a banana when I'm at home. I eat vegetables all the time. So people will look down on these species, but they're species nevertheless. I would not eat one of those species. I would eat a cheeseburger back at home and a vegetable back at home that's not currently alive and doesn't scream when you eat it. But people in the Alliance don't look at it that way. So I said, I'm going to solve this planet. I'm going to solve what's going on right now. Now, what I have to show you is some drawings, because I also do diary log of my drawings as well. So I went to the mission, and I was told that I would be looking for this group of heroes. If you can see it clearly, the background probably gets in the way, but these are the food heroes. If you can see it, those are the group of heroes that protect and unite on the planet. My goal was to rendezvous with the food heroes. And I thought, okay, this be a simple mission. This be, it wouldn't be necessarily simple, but this would still be probably an easier mission. But things didn't go right from the bat. Immediately in my descent into the planet sector, my ship, as you can see back there, was shot and neutralized. Now, I'm currently the only one on this ship because I am such a legendary captain. They've given me my own ship, and it's self-repairing, and it's pretty much almost self-running aside from, I mean, sometimes it could kind of be just a bed for me. Never mind. It's a great ship. It's a great ship. And I love this. I absolutely love this ship. But I was the only one being sent. I was the only one. And plus, I was the only one who wanted to do that. I went to this planet. I was supposed to meet with these food heroes. It was supposed to be an in and out mission. It wasn't. My ship disabled in space via some type of shocking mechanism ray that the vegetable kingdom had developed, which I'll show you right now. I have a drawing of this, the Veggie King. The Veggie King and his army had been the one who incited the food heroes in the food kingdom, and that started this war, this massacre on this planet that killed multiple cheeseburger species, and it was brutal bloodshed. He had fired on my ship when he saw my ship enter the atmosphere, because apparently word had got out that the food heroes had contacted me, and now they were going to try to destroy me. My ship disabled in space. I knew that I had to get down to the planet. I could have survived on auxiliary power, and the life support would have lasted a very long time. I eventually could have made contact with another alliance ship to possibly help me out, and they will, even if they don't like me. I am Captain John Ego, so they're gonna come help me, whether they like it or not. So I'm stuck in the planet's atmosphere. I realize, all right, it's time. I got to go down to this planet. So I took one of my weapons, which was this legendary meta sword of the Meta Warriors. This actually belonged to one of my wives. She was a legendary meta warrior, and well, I don't really want to touch upon that subject right now in the diary, but I do miss her deeply every single day. But so I took this down. I took down one of my phaser weapons as well, so I could stun them and zap them. I went down with my two weapons in my escape pod because I knew I had to save this planet. Nobody was gonna stop this damn Veggie King. You know, he was gonna take over the planet and massacre the food and cheeseburger species, and I knew that would not happen under my watch. You may disable my ship, but you don't disable the man I am inside, which is a goddamn hero. So I went down to my escape pod. My escape pod crashes through vines and trees, and you know, I wasn't sure where I'd landed on the planet. I'd been on this planet. Well, excuse me, I had been on this planet a very long time ago, but I hadn't been there in such a long time. Excuse me. So this was new territory to me, Captain Ego. So I land, I get out, and I see it. It's a beautiful landscape of forest and trees, and in the sky, flying banana pigeon things. I was like, wow, I don't remember that. There's new species. You know, there was an eggplant creature nearby drinking from a stream of seed of a river, you know, of some sorts. It was quite beautiful. There were avocado bats flying in the daytime. I was like, wow, this planet is beautiful. And then the gunfire started. Holy shit. Get down. I'm blocking with my sword. I'm dodging bullets, but there's bullets on both sides. I can't tell who the hell's firing, but this whole battle has just erupted into a damn war zone, and I'm not sure who is fighting who right now, but I can clearly see that there are vegetables and fruits, and I see that there's fruits on one side of the river and there's vegetables on the other, and this is just a huge firefight going on right now. Massive explosions going around me. I'm fighting and I'm rushing through. I'm dodging bullets as fast as I can. I'm doing rolls and all this fun stuff, and then bam, explosion goes off besides me. Oh my God, something. The eggplant creature that was drinking from the river explodes. Something had do a goddamn bomb at it. And I was like, holy shit. I froze for a second seeing that eggplant, beautiful eggplant, hippopotamus looking creature blown to smithereens, a casualty of war. And for what reason? For what reason? Why these two species had to fight? So anyway, another explosion goes off right next to me. Bam, I fall in the river. There I am. Barely able to breathe in the river. I put on a device that I had that can make you breathe underwater. I realized I had to swim. So I swam down the river. I kept swimming and I swam for felt like forever, and finally I was able to crawl out, exhausted and tired. I hadn't even been on this planet maybe an hour, and already bullets and animals and massacre happening. It was very sickening, in my opinion. I get out of the river and I reach sort of a cliff, a plateau, excuse me, type of area where I have a view of this beautiful plateau. It was beautiful for about a second, and then I saw the bodies. I saw the death and destruction. I saw what it was. It was a no man's land, so to speak. The two sides on the opposite of each other had been shooting at each other, and there was trenches and towers. I could make out towers as well. I saw on one side that the fruit empire had clearly established on one side of the of this plateau and no man's land. I saw on the other side the vegetable empire or kingdom or whatever the hell you want to call it. They had established themselves on the other side of this plateau. So I made my way, decided to make my way down to the fruit, down to the fruit side, because I knew that was the side that the food heroes may be at, and that was one of the sides. So as I made my way down to the fruit kingdom, and I encounter. See if I have a drawing of this. I believe I did a drawing. Yes, yes. Encounter one of the top warriors on the fruit empire side, and here he is, Lord Pineapple. Now, Lord Pineapple, if you can see that, damn virtual backgrounds get in the way. Lord Pineapple was one of the was supposed to be a future king of the fruit kingdom. Unfortunately, right now that status was because there was sort of some political tension, which I'm not going to get into. But unfortunately, he did not get to achieve that just yet. Or no, now I remember correctly. It would be after the war he would be able to receive his king status. So this war had to be won. So I encountered Lord Pineapple, and Lord Pineapple, like I said, one of the top elite warriors in the Food Kingdom. He was on the front line. He immediately recognized me. Hey, Lord Pineapple, what's up? Good to see you. Lord Pineapple addressed me as Captain John Eagle because he had read my stories, and he had knew the type of man that I was, the hero that would come in these type of predicaments. I asked him, hey, listen, give me the lowdown. I'm here. I'm the only Alliance person here, but I'm going to help you. And then he said, yes, we're in good hands with you. I remember you fought that whole war by yourself. And I said, well, it was me and my wife. And I told him the war was still ongoing. Lord Pineapple was shocked. He didn't know that the war with Lord Darkness was still going on. That's how much this species and these people had been like out of the loop. They thought that the war had ended years ago, and the fact is I was still fighting the fight against Lord Darkness. I told him that, look, I've got my wife's sword, I got a phaser, and I got a heart of gold, and I'm ready to help you and your species because the vegetable empire cannot win whatsoever. So he agrees. But we're in the middle. We're on the side of no man's land. All who cross are shot down. How the hell did we get there? Now, most of the spacecrafts of the fruit empire and the vegetable empire had been destroyed or depleted. This war had apparently been so severe that they didn't even really have any of their hover technology or hyperspace technology, and spaceships. So this was sort of an old-fashioned type of war that these two species were fighting, which is sort of like akin to some of the Earth wars of the World War IIs and the Vietnam. This is very much like a Vietnam-style conflict from what I learned in my history books. So we're trying to think of a plan. How do we, I'm like, first off, where the hell are the food heroes? He tells me the food heroes are behind enemy lines. I'm like, holy, food heroes. They haven't heard contact on the food heroes for quite some time. They believe that the vegetable empire may have killed them. And I'm like, damn. I severely hope that is not the case because we need the food heroes. I realize now that if me, Lord Pineapple, and the food heroes can work together, we can stop them once and for all. We can stop the vegetable empire and Veggie King. And we'll show them who's boss. But there's only one issue. How the hell did we get past? I told Lord Pineapple, how the hell did we get past this damn no man's land? Is there an alternate path around? Lord Pineapple tells me no. Unfortunately, there's not. The plateau that I was on doesn't really connect to the other side. It would be nearly impossible to connect. The only way is across. And I'm like, all right, hold on, Lord Pineapple. I think I've got an idea. You see, during one of the early campaigns in the battle against Lord Darkness, there was a very similar mission to this that I was in fact alone for this mission. You see, the fact is that all the Alliance ships have been shot down very early, and I was not a captain just yet, but eventually I would receive captainship. I was the only one. I was behind enemy lines, and I had to cross a huge battlefield where I was being shot at, and everybody was trying to kill me. So I told him, all right, Lord Pineapple, then me and you need to do this. Your fruit empire needs to cover us no matter what, and we need to go out there running for our lives. I'll use my sword, Lord Pineapple, you use your sword. I'll use the phaser, can create a shield, and I can create shields with sort of the comm devices implanted in me. And I said, we'll create as many shield barriers and devices as we can. We'll run from hiding point to hiding point, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the old rush tactic. Lord Pineapple agreed. So that was the plan. We got ready. The troops, the Fruit Empire, was ready. They got their blasters ready like this. Looked like a scene out of an old movie. They're ready. Lord Pineapple gave the order. Fire! They fire. Me and Lord Pineapple were running with our swords, dodging blast, and deflecting blast back to those bastard Vegetable Empire Cretans. We keep moving. We moved to point A on our map. We developed a map as well. We're in the map. We had different points that you could hit. So we hit point A. All right, Lord Pineapple, let's go. 5 more points to hit and we could be across. We hit point B and C successfully. Then we saw something. We were about to hit point D, but then out of nowhere, something came out. I believe I have the drawing of it. This, if you can see, Wiggly Piggly was his name. He was a bounty hunter hired by the Vegetable Empire, and he had been killing people in no man's land who had made it further than a certain distance. This son of a bitch, excuse my language, diary. Wiggly Piggly comes in, attempts to kill me, and bam! Me and Lord Pineapple dodge. Piggly Wiggly, mind you, is on a damn jetpack, and he's flying around. He's trying to draw us out of the point C before we get to D. So we're dodging. Finally, I'm like, damn, Wiggly Piggly is just gonna keep distracting us. So I used a method. I used my phaser. I fired a little sonic blast. Sonic blast briefly disrupts his jetpack, and then he crashes down onto the floor. I go in, attempted to stab Piggly Wiggly, because I didn't like this guy one bit. I knew it from the beginning. So I go to slash at Piggly Wiggly, and of course they start firing at me and Lord Pineapple. So me and Lord Pineapple were able to successfully dodge a few bullets and dodge a few more rounds of ammunition. We successfully get to point D, but Piggly Wiggly is still on the loose for us. Piggly Wiggly pulls out a damn flamethrower. That's right. That's how old school they were getting. They were starting to use the old school flamethrowers. It was starting to get a little bit like, God damn you, Piggly Wiggly, you son of a bitch. So he starts to use a flamethrower, but me and Lord Pineapple use our swords to block and deflect the flames. We deflect the flames back, but he's wearing this like fireproof damn jetpack suit. So anyway, we finally were able to distract him long enough. I used my phaser blast again, and it shots Piggly Wiggly again. Eventually, we get to the point that we needed to get to after being chased and dodging multiple bullets, and we find there's a little cavern nearby. Lord Pineapple's like, that's the cavern. Before we can get in that cavern, Piggly Wiggly makes one more stab at us. He comes in, this time, new jetpack, which, like, where the hell did he get a new jetpack? Lord Pineapple's like, oh, that's he's like the jetpack master on this planet. I'm like, okay, cool. Comes in with his damn jetpack. I mean, we're fighting again, we're dodging blasts. Finally, I'm like, you know what? Eat this, Piggly Wiggly. I draw the sword. hits Piggly Wiggly right in the damn stomach. Piggly Wiggly is down there on the floor right now, you know, blood gushing out. You know, he said something to me. Vegetable Empire will win over you fools. I pull out the sword. Piggly Wiggly screams because he's a damn pig, whatever the hell he is. I'm about to go for the final blow, but then I realize I'm like, nope. Maybe it's time you just stay here, Piggly Wiggly, and bleed out like the pig you are. So me and Lord Pineapple, we leave Piggly Wiggly in a mess of his own blood, you know? And thing is, I could have killed Piggly Wiggly right there, but I felt like here was a person who was just kind of doing the bidding of the sort of vegetable empire. And I didn't want to kill him if I didn't need to. You know, if he would have tried to strike me again, or if he would indeed try to strike me, then yes, I would end his life. But I said right in that moment I wouldn't. Little did I know I would kind of regret that later, but we'll get to that point later. Excuse me. Continuing diary log. Me and Lord Pineapple successfully navigated the cave system. And when we got out beyond the cave system, what we saw was the vegetable empire. That's right. And boy, what a city. I could see, you know, originally when I came in here, this battle seemed so old school, seemed sort of like an old Earth war, an old galactic war. But then I saw the vegetable empire had technology. They had all this stuff just kept in. They weren't using their spaceships for war. I had come into the mentality, and I'd come in with the history that they lost the war had depleted their spaceships. But apparently that was a lie. The vegetable empire was hoarding their spaceships and technology to the capital city. I don't know why, but it seemed odd to me. They wouldn't use these things on the battlefield. And then I thought back to what I heard about the Vegetable King. This man did not care about life of soldiers. This man wanted a gritty war. This man wanted people to die. So that's why he made, when he started this war, he knew that, you know, the fruit empire, they wouldn't have their technology as well, because the vegetable empire was the main supplier of technology. So they took back all their ships and put it in this capital city. And I was like, damn, no wonder why. So both sides had to suffer for royalty. I knew how to put a stop to this. Me and Lord Pineapple, we surveyed this beautiful gleaming city. And then that's when we saw the food heroes. We're in the town square. Once again, these are the food heroes. We're in the, they were in the main town area. And it looked like, well, they were going to be executed by this person. We had a good view. Let's see. It looked like they were going to be executed by this guy, Sir Grizzly. Sir Grizzly is the right-hand man of the Vegetable King. He's the man who carries out the executions, Little did I know, well, he was also a good friend of Piggly Wiggly, which we would find out later. Me and Lord Pineapple sat there on viewing this capital city and viewing the execution site. Man, we got to get them. If we don't get them, I don't know how much we're going to stand a chance against the vegetable empire, said Lord Pineapple. And I told him, all right, listen, we got this. We made it past no man's land. You said nobody has ever made it past there. We made it. Now we just have to continue pushing forward. But then I realized we're wanted. They're going to know. They shot at my ship. This damn empire shot at my ship. You know, they shot at us during no man's land. They know what we did to Piggly Wiggly. They're going to be after us. We had to do something. We had to have a sort of disguise. So the plan was that me and Lord Pineapple snuck into a nearby building, a facility building, where they kept sort of uniforms for sort of citizens. You see, it was sickening in my opinion, but they had to make, the Vegetable King had to make people wear certain uniforms. Excuse me. So if you were a citizen, you had to wear a certain uniform and a certain dress. and then you would be separate from the royalty, or you'd be separate from the soldiers. So we snuck into a sort of warehouse that creates clothing, and we knocked out a few people here and there. You know, afterwards we found some clothing that was able to cover our face and cover other body parts, so we seemed like we were just citizens. We could move in the public. We realized we had to get to his execution site soon, or else the food heroes, well, let's just say they'd be executed, and we did not want that. We needed the food hero. Sir Grizzly, this big bear bastard of a man, smoking a cigar, bow tie, monocle, and a hat. You know, he's there. He makes an announcement with his damn vegetable empire soldiers. Oh, hold on, everybody. Sir Grizzly here, you know, the right-hand man of your truly God and Savior, the Vegetable King. Now listen up here. I'm about to execute these food heroes. These little llama bean bastards thought, hey, they could interfere with the war, get the war done, you know? Well, wars don't work like that. I would know, as he smokes his cigar, I would know. I've been a part of all those great wars. You realize that right now there's an alliance captain, I bet you, down here trying to stop us. Well, you know what the alliance did to my home world? The alliance burned my damn home world. All right? And this is why we're going to kill him when we see him. And if that Lord Pineapple is running around, hell, we kill him. Who's feeling a little hungry? Sir Grizzly's planet had been torched years earlier by the Alliance, but it had been one of the worst Alliance accidents ever. But Sir Grizzly never let that moment live down. And when he was able to be one of the survivors and he left that planet, he had a vendetta against the Alliance. Now, I'm not going to go into that story, because that's also another diary log entry for another day of the firebombing of Sir Grizzly's planet. You know, but listen. So what happened was, now we had to get close to the execution. But how the hell? Sir Grizzly is a big, you know, Piggly Wiggly, okay, was a threat, but Sir Grizzly is a goddamn mega threat. You know, so we realized, what the hell are we gonna do? You know, how close are we gonna get? And he's like, wait a second. Like, we had these weapons disguised, and we still had the blasters ready to go, ready to blast out some people. So the plan was simple, sort of like a pirate type of plan. We get close, and then we cut loose. You know, we cut loose. We pull out the swords, and bam, we take them out as best as we can, because they were on sort of a galactic harness type of thing. The food heroes, where they were going to be hung. So they would be hung by this sort of galactic harness, and then they would be electrocuted. So the plan was to stop that before it ever took place. So we got close. Sir Grizzly's giving his speech, and then, oh man, I cannot wait to execute you food heroes. And I have to remember who he was talking to. Yeah, Onion Boy and Super Bread. Pepperoni Dog. He was going to execute Pepperoni Dog. He was going to execute Cheeseburger Man and Pizza Face. Here's a reference of the food heroes once again, if you can see. Damn it, background. There you go. He was going to execute them one by one using these sort of harnesses. So he's talking to his friend. Oh, you know, Onion Boy, I think when you're done, I'm going to cry. Now, mind you, the food heroes could not talk because they were about to be hung. So me and Lord Pineapple getting close. There's a crowd, an audience. You see, the Veggie King wanted to make examples out of people like this. So he would do it, and it'd be like a big sort of event. The audience would come, and they would watch, and they would cheer, and they would laugh, and they'd be like, "Aha, they got executed." We were not going to let this happen to the food heroes, because we needed them no matter what. So we're getting real close. Me and Lord Pineapple were ready to take out them. And we realize we just have to act. And so we do. We pull out the swords. Bam. Give it a little kick. Give it a little bam. Hit that. Get a little phaser blast. Eat this, you bastard. Eat this. And we're taking out guards one by one. I cut off one of the things for Onion Boy. So Onion Boy is free. Onion Boy takes it off his neck. And Onion Boy starts fighting, throwing his onion powers. Then Bam, super bread. I cut it off. Super bread starts flying around, and he starts helping us, firing his laser vision. Bam. Lord Pineapple cuts the thing for Pizza Face. Pizza Face can duplicate, so he duplicates a dozen pizzas, and they take down one of the guards. Bam, I free Pepperoni Dog, because what type of sick bastard would try to kill a dog? Bam, Cheeseburger Man is free. Cheeseburger Man starts firing his blast from his hands, and then we all stand together. Me, the food heroes, and Lord Pineapple. We stand there like the heroes that we are. And Sir Grizzly, that son of a bitch, he's pissed off. Wow, 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 look at this. As it isn't the legendary Captain John Ego. Oh, and Lord Pineapples, well, you've ruined my party. We already taken off our disguises and revealed ourselves. You have ruined my party. I heard what you bastards did to Piggly Wiggly. Well, guess what? You're not going to do it to me, Sir Grizzly. As he smokes his cigar, he takes off his bow tie, unbuttons his shirt to reveal a super huge body. Like, he was already a huge creature to begin with. He's sort of one of the bear creatures of Iona 5, where he's originally from, and then he moved to a different planet. But now we see the muscles pulsating. He tells his guard, I'll handle this. Ego's mine. I want you, just you, Ego. You beat me, and I'll let you go. So he was going to let us go, but I had to fight him myself. No weapons whatsoever. Mind you, he's 4 feet higher than me. I'm about 6'1". He's 4 feet higher than me. So I look at Lord Pineapple and the food heroes, and I say, all right, let's do this. Sir Grizzly tells his guards to put down their weapons, and they create sort of a circle. The crowd creates a circle. I take off my shirt, revealing my ripped and great physique. You know, I'm a captain. I've got to have a great physique. I'm always working out. So then we're there. I get in the boxing position. I was one of the top Alliance boxers back in the day, especially early in my career, and I still haven't lost a touch. Sir Grizzly, you want to fight? I'll fight you. Ho ho! I finally get the legendary Captain Ego one-on-one. This is gonna be good. So boom, boom, we start punching each other, and I'm punching him, but he's just eating the punches. Oh, little boy blue picks me up and throws me into the opposite side of the crowd. The crowd pushes me back. I've dealt with bigger things than you, Sir Grizzly. Way bigger things than you. You've dealt with bigger things than me. But guess what? You won't be able to defeat me. Bam, he slaps me across the face. Felt like I just got hit with a damn road truck. Then I realized, man, I don't know what. I tried, charged him again, landed those punches. Boom, boom, boom. But he just eats them up real quick and easy. And he pushes me again. And then, uppercut. Little blood starts to come out of my mouth. I realized something. I realized, like, wait a minute. I can't fight this guy by simply charging in at him. He's bigger. He's got more muscles. And, well, I don't know what the other end was, but I knew that he had some techniques over me. I couldn't just tackle him like I tackled the other 2 battles. So I started thinking of a plan. Speed was the name of the game. You see, Sir Grizzly was powerful, but speed was his weakness. So I had to tire him out. So eventually I kept dodging and dodging and dodging, using my boxing techniques and dodging, landing a little blow here and there in his belly and his abs and his side, and landing elbows. I kept dodging and dodging. Finally, I could see it. A bead of sweat goes down Sir Grizzly's face. He's getting tired. I'm tiring him out. And I start going. And finally, I see him tired. So I hit his knee out. He falls. Finally, me and him, eye to eye. He falls on his knee, and bam, an elbow straight to the face of Sir Grizzly, knocking the monocle out. Then bam, bam. Then I get him in a chokehold. He's starting to fade, but Sir Grizzly gets up. He's sweating. He has more sweat beads coming down. He's trying to get me off of him as I got him in the chokehold. Then he goes for the unthinkable. He grabs one of the blaster rifles of his soldiers. That's when I knew this fight wasn't going to be fair. I look at the food heroes. I look at Lord Pineapple as I'm getting choked. And I give them the signal. All right, this fight's no longer going to be fair. And bam, the food heroes and Lord Pineapple jump into it and start taking out the guards. Sir Grizzly trying to use his weapon to blast and blast. And then, but slowly fading. Eventually, Sir Grizzly finally fades. I pick up the blaster and start shooting some of the other guards who are coming at us. I realize we don't have time. We've got to get the hell out of here. Then I hear something over the distance. It's a goddamn jetpack. It's Piggly Wiggly. He's coming in. I'll get you, Ego! Piggly Wiggly now has like a little cut. Apparently he repaired his cut. I see Piggly Wiggly flying. Eat this, pig motherfucker. Piggly Wiggly goes crashing down onto the floor. Maybe he shouldn't have arrived from that direction, and maybe he should have known that I was one of the top sharpshooters. He still wasn't dead, of course. But anyway, that was the last we saw Piggly Wiggly for now. And then Sir Grizzly had been knocked out. We realized, that the whole city was on us. Spaceships coming out. The food heroes said, we had to get the hell out of here. We have to get to a spaceship that is currently nearby. So we did. We ran as fast as we can, dodging gunfire, dodging rockets, and fighting off guard after guard. We didn't know. We realized, what the hell? Where are we going? Where are we going? And we got lost eventually. Bam! Missile hit. Huge explosion. Couldn't see anything. I was like, where the hell are we? Food heroes were like, come here, come here, come here. Finally, we got into a sewer type system. And we were in a sewer together. There I was, sweating and hot. It was just me. It was me, Lord Pineapple. The food heroes. We were in the sewer system. We were wondering, oh man, what the hell? The whole city's on us. What the hell do we do now? Said Pizza Face. Pizza Face had been a little angry at the time. I said, hold on, listen. We've got to take our time, all right? Like, these things take time, okay? We have to think our plan. Right now, we're trapped in this huge, godforsaken city, and everybody's on us. And I'm sure Piggly Wiggly might come back, and Sir Grizzly, they're going to be after us. The damn council's going to be after us. So we're trying to figure out what the hell was our next plan. Well, we realized we'd have to get the hell out of the sewer system. We'd have to continue on into the city. So we pulled up a navigation map on the phaser device. Started looking at the sewer system. We have to get to a tower in the center. You see earlier there had been a huge tower in the center, the Vegetable Kingdom Tower, the Tower of the Veggie King. That's where we realized we had to go. You know, I think this concludes this diary log entry. You know, I think what I'll do is I'll continue this diary log entry because, you know, I've got a ship to run and there's an upcoming mission. But I will come back to this diary log entry. So where are we leaving off in this diary log entry? The food heroes, Lord Pineapple, and me, Captain John Ego, in a sewer. Our goal, fight our way through the sewer system and get to the huge tower in the middle and end the Vegetable King once and for all. That is our plan. And that will be filled in on the next diary log entry. I'm Captain John Ego. And thank you for joining me on this diary log entry, part 1. The story will continue. The story will continue. I'm Captain John Ego. Have a great day.